And we're back, thrill seekers. Look, this thing is as fickle as a very fickle thing. Go back and have a look at the last two videos in case you don't know what we're doing here. But basically, I've just had a whole bunch of different results. What I can tell you is that the magnets approaching the ferrite core no longer seem to have any effect. I don't know why. I went out and bought a bunch of new piezo's today because last night I hooked two up in series and the standing voltage tripled. Today that didn't happen, and now I've only just still got the one in there. The voltage is very changeable, you know, based on when you're placing things. I've just been testing out a few new frequencies, and I had a signal generator on this afternoon, but at the moment it's one of those pocket ones, so it's charging up at the moment, so I can't use it. But I did find a frequency using that around, I did a sweep around the 11,000 hertz mark, and I'm just going to show you that now. So I'm just going to turn this on. Really hard to do. Okay, so you can hear it there buzzing away. Now when I last tested this, it said 6.9, but I've moved a few things in the meantime, so there seems to be a bit, I reckon there's a bit of magnetic field interference that changes what's going on here. I've got an old pulse motor over here, and if I just give that a spin, you'll see what I mean. So even from that distance, we're seeing a change in the voltage. So, you know, does it still light the LEDs? And look, there's no magnets on that at the moment, except for, you know, that big bertha sitting over there. But you know, that's got to be 12 inches away. Then I just hook up the LEDs. They don't seem as bright as the last time. Yeah. Okay, I guess, but incidentally, that little resistor there just came with the torch that I pulled those LEDs out of. I think it's I don't know what it is. Whatever it takes to light those white LEDs, it came with the torch. Yeah, so a bit puzzling. I've been trying all sorts of other things this afternoon. But certainly I seem to get, if I just go up in our frequency range here, so now we're at 20, and you can see there it's more dimly lit, and our standing voltage is only 2 volts. So if I dial it back down to, it's not going to let me dial. Oh, there we go. Oh. Come on. Oh, too high. Right there. I tend to tune it by looking at the standing voltage. That's 6, so we can go higher than that. As soon as it drops off, I'll take it back a notch. So up at 11, drops off quite a bit. Back at 10, comes back. That's too high. That's better. Okay, so it seems about the same. I'm not going to get much out of that. Not on this phone anyway. So yeah, so the magnets, last night, right, I'm out here in the shed, and I get this Alnico horseshoe. I'll just take it off the LED, switch them off for a second, so we can see the voltage. And I stick it over the generator coil, which at the moment is actually this one over here, and the voltage went up. Today when I do it, the voltage goes down. Same here too. A little bit there. Yeah, a little bit of an effect. Certainly not as marked. But then last night, I guess I wasn't trying it at this frequency either. I also found a really good frequency for voltage anyway, was up at 121k. I was getting 25 volts out at 121k, and that was from the signal generator. Now, it had an adjustable output level, and I had it set at about half, whatever that is. I haven't read up. I only got the thing today. But you know, the thing wasn't any louder, so I would assume that it was comparable to a headphone level output. I mean, this is the thing I bought. Where are we? This thing. Get that in the shop for you. Yeah, so that was. I haven't tried the sine wave on that yet, mainly because on the iPhone I found the square wave to be more efficient. Anyway, but you can see here, if I switch the sine wave here, I'll get an immediate drop off. Oh, I'll make a liar out of me. What the? 162. What the? That's what I'm saying. Keeps changing. So, oh, look, and then look at that. You've been watching. I haven't done anything. It's nearly at 7 volts again. I've checked the battery in the meter. I mean, it's a cheap meter, I know, but it's, you know, it's only measuring voltage. What happens if I go sine wave? Yeah. So if I go sine wave without a load, it drops. If I go sine wave with a load, it increases. What if I go sawtooth? Sawtooth, it drops even further. But what if I put the about the same. And nothing's changing here. So for brightness, you would have to say the square wave is certainly the best. And if I disconnect it, yeah, up around 7 volts. Why? I mean, has that got something to do with this, the ringing of the ferrite or something? Or I don't know. Obviously better meters, so I'd appreciate it. Other experimenters giving their input. Don't ask me what the wines are on this. I can give you probably the resistance if you want that, so you can work it out yourself, and the gauge. I'm thinking of trying another ferrite. I'm not going to pull this one apart because that's the golden rule. If you've got something working in this space, don't pull it apart. Just go and build another one. So that's what I'm going to do. So seeing that this one works standing, no magnets, nothing else, just under 7 volt. But that's at that frequency. Of course, it's not going to be the same for everyone. 10782. I think it obviously depends on number of winds, the thing that you're winding around. I even tried messing about with the idea of getting a couple of piezos around the magnet, stuck that in a coil, same sort of wiring, schematic as that. You can see there as I go closer the voltage drops, and that's that's what I would expect normally to happen because the core gets saturated, right? Anyway, yeah, didn't work. But now that we've gone back, you see what I mean? It's like you do something in the field with a magnet, and it doesn't necessarily come back exactly to what it was. So I'll hook up the lights again. Disconnect the lights. Weirder and weirder. Anyway, there you go. Hopefully that is helpful for someone. Speak soon, guys. Thanks. Oh, if you want to follow the discussion, I'm having the discussion at open-source-energy.com because I started it over Unity, but yeah, it got a bit nasty, so I moved away. Anyway, it's all puppy dogs and daisies at open-source-energy.com. See you guys. Bye.